Blog Talk Radio.
Checking out the chat rooms for a virtual dove. Typing so fast, my fingers on fire. Sending out the goods through a fiber optic wire. Oh yeah.
I spy a little honey with a red hot font. I can tell by how she types exactly what she wants. I go to make her mine with a smooth point and click. Pretty soon she'll be on my digital.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Yeah.
Virtual dove, typing so fast, my fingers on fire. Sending out the goods through a fiber optic wire.
Hey, welcome to the Hypersoft Happy Hour with Zigzag Rufus. This is Rufus, and I think Zigzag is on the phone.
Hey, Rufus, it's Zigzag.
Oh, my God. It worked. We're geniuses.
It does. It works. It works.
It's a miracle.
Thank God.
Cool. So, what's up? What?
So you tell me we weren't disconnected already.
No, I'm sure it'll happen shortly. That's what happens when
I can only hope.
Yeah, you and me both.
So what in the world was going on at the library today, Rufus?
At the library, well, you know, I work remotely and I go a little stir crazy at home, so sometimes I find myself at the library. I don't read; they just have free Wi-Fi that I can exploit.
You just drink? Do you drink coffee at the library as well?
No, not at all. I drink espressos only.
Obviously, your library is not like the library here where all the homeless people hang out when it's cold.
Well, I don't know because I've yet to see it quite that cold here. Not so many homeless people, but a lot of children, and that can get obnoxious.
Well, not as obnoxious as drunk homeless people. Well, that's not true.
I don't know. I used to work with homeless people, right?
No, I did not know that. Please tell me the story.
Okay. It was actually a gig I had after the Roehampton days, which was office manager of like one of these daily pay places. And most of the guys who came in were, homeless guys just looking to use a shovel for a day and get $40 and then blow it on booze.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. So no, I didn't do any charitable outreach. I basically exploited homeless people so that I could earn a paycheck myself.
Well, as long as they got drunk at the end of the day, I'm sure they didn't feel exploited.
No, probably not. But enough about me. What about you? Because I really don't know what's been going on with you. You know more about me than I know about you because sometimes I have a blog that I write on, and apparently you've stumbled across it. But here's the only things I know about you. You're in Indiana. Is that true?
That is correct.
You're married.
That is also correct.
She must be quite the trooper. And
she is. She's a trooper.
Okay, and you have a daughter.
I do. Yes, I do have a daughter.
Okay. Can you expand upon that? Because I'm lost beyond those.
Have you ever read Rip Van Winkle?
I did, but I fell asleep.
Well, the funny thing is I just woke up, and it's 15 years later.
Oh, my God.
And I actually have this really weird beard.
There's no such thing as a weird beard. Only one you don't remember growing.
It's weird, Cliff or Rufus, when it's red and gray, and you don't have brown hair.
Okay, that's a little odd. By the way, Let's reserve a weird beard for the name of a Hypersloth album, by the way.
I think we can actually do that very easily.
At least a song.
Funny thing is about you, I had never actually seen you with hair, and then I look on your website and you have hair, which kind of threw me for a loop. I wasn't sure if I had the right Cliff Haley.
Was I like totally bald? I used to shave my head, but now I buzz it all the way. For a short time, I grew it out and got a haircut, but I still buzz it. But I did used to shave it to the skin. I don't remember when I stopped doing that.
No, when we lived together in Roehampton, you actually did shave it to the skin all the way.
Wow, that was hardcore.
You were very hardcore. It was just odd. Those tattoos you had on your head were really, really offsetting and creepy.
Yeah, and all that jewelry I'd make out of skill saw blades.
That was really cool, actually. But the funny thing is, I haven't paid for a haircut in probably 20 years.
So,
well, you remember when we lived together? I actually had long hair, correct?
And then you cut it off for some reason.
I cut it off because I was smuggling 2 pounds of marijuana back in a TV when I came back from Austin to Indiana.
What? Are you making that up?
No, why would I make that up?
It sounds totally made up. Wait.
No,
really?
That's the truth. It might have been more like 2.5
this is recorded, right?
Really, actually, Cliff, I was just making that up now that I think about it. I think that was a dream I had.
Good. Excellent. That's
but
right.
Anyways, well, the powers that be, fuck the man, Cliff. That's what I say.
Yeah, me too. I got pulled over by a cop the other day, and I just told him.
Fucking cocksuckers. Oh, wait, this is recorded. I love cops. Actually, they're good people. I don't mind cops. The best thing you can do to cops is just say yes, sir. That's what I
love
learned.
them because they suck cock.
Oh, my God. You think that's why they all grow mustaches?
It's to remain sanitary. Yes.
A flavor saver.
Oh, my God. They're going to wring it out at the end of the day and kind of reminisce?
I think they comb it out, really.
Jesus Christ.
Anyways, so now I have my own graphic design business. My boss is a real dick, obviously.
Obviously.
But, like you, I'm my own boss, which is the best thing and the worst thing in the world most of the time.
Well, I'm not my own boss.
Oh, you're not? Well,
oh, no.
Then your boss really is a dick, probably.
No, he's not at all.
I'm joking. I digress.
So what happened with the heat and eat?
The website's still up. I still have a garage full of heat and eats. I had to start. Well, actually, I got a great job opportunity to start doing brochures for a huge company that eventually got bought out by Berkshire Hathaway, and I still do their brochures. A little place called Forest River RV and Coachman RV. But, it just kind of fell by the wayside when I was piled on with a bunch of other work that had to be done and actually paid the bills. So I had to make a choice.
So it's just a time management thing.
Yes, and I have very poor time management skills. You probably know that.
Yeah, I do. But I thought it was a good idea. That's what I'm getting at, though. Is I was hoping that you wouldn't say, "Oh yeah, we tried it and it just totally flopped," because it seemed like a no-brainer to me, kind of like the laundry lock.
Right? Yeah, I would still love to do if I just had more time. That's what's up.
Why don't you go on Shark Tank and pitch the idea?
Yeah, because I don't like Damon Dash, really.
Who does, really?
I actually bought a thing that was on Shark Tank a couple of weeks ago. It was a belt. I don't know if you saw that particular episode. Probably not. I don't think many people watch that show.
It's the belt that has no holes, but it has like a Boy Scout buckle, and you can do anything you want with it. Yes, I saw that.
That's it. It's an excellent belt, I must tell you. It really is.
Well, tell the people.
It came with a free sticker.
Oh no, really?
It did.
Are you
But
sure
no,
that-
really, it really is a good belt.
Okay, awesome. But it can't compare, and I'm not being facetious or a smartass here. I mean, the heat neat was a good idea. I mean, and that belt is in stores. It's just a piece of leather.
With a $35 Boy Scout attachment.
Oh, that it's probably made by Boy Scouts too.
I think it's actually made by Girl Scouts in Korea or Outer Mongolia.
Did the Korean Girl Scouts, did they vote to let gays in? I think so. So they're probably doubling their belt buckle output.
I think that was all part of the plan. Actually, they're open. I think they're owned by GE, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. Gay employees, isn't that what that stands for?
Oh, it's employee owned? I didn't know that. So, you know what? I was thinking about your home improvement stuff, and I want to know how many trips did you have to make to Home Depot or Lowe's before you had all the stuff that you needed to get started on your project?
Well, it depends on the project. I've got so many going on, and they're all complete failures at this point. Like, I'm trying to do baseboards in the house, which should be simple because you just measure it, and they're like 45 angle cuts. You know, I can't describe it, but
I know what you're talking about. That's impossible to do. And then
it is totally impossible.
Pieces.
I've done almost all downstairs. I think I have one joint where they meet that would pass code. The others I'm just going to have to like totally fill up with caulk and shape with a putty knife or something because it just I don't get how I've earned a new respect for guys that like really do that and pull it off because I cannot do it.
I'm totally with you on that because I figured you spend $100, $200 on a saw. I figured it's got to do it for you. You know?
Right. Yes. What I don't get, here's what I don't get, is its measurements. I take a tape measure, I measure this area, I go back, I cut a piece of wood that is exactly that long, I go back to put it in, and it doesn't fucking fit. I don't understand that, but it drives me apeshit.
You know, and I don't care how many YouTube videos you watch on how to do it, they just don't make sense.
They don't at all. And they always show you the quote-unquote easiest way. Here's the easiest way to do this, and it's like a 25-minute video that blows my mind. I'm like, there's no way. You give me the yellow pages, I can call somebody. I just can't do it.
Me and my wife actually laid laminate flooring in our laundry room, which is about, I don't know, probably 100 square feet. Not only did it take us all night, but it pretty much tested our marriage.
I'm sure it did.
If we could stay together after laying laminate flooring, yeah, I think we could pretty much stay together through the only other thing that ever tested our marriage was actually putting together a grill.
But at least when you made it through, you had a nice meal.
Exactly. Yeah, and like the laundry room has been quote unquote done for probably about a year and a half, but there's still a few spots that could use some tightening up, as it were.
Yeah. We did. Speaking of flooring, we did the kitchen and the dining room, which was that crappy ass laminate that they just kind of roll off a sheet, and it became
Right.
disgusting after a while. So we thought, well, let's put in like actual tile, and then we thought that's pretty damn expensive. So we got these vinyl tiles that are they're pretty heavy duty, right? And they're like 18 by 18. They're big. They look like slate. And they're groutable, so you can actually lay them down and put grout so they totally look and behave like real tiles. So we spent, this also tested our marriage, by the way, we spent like a whole weekend and then a whole another weekend and then a weekend after that doing just this, making oddball cuts and stuff. Luckily, you can cut it with a knife, but just those cuts is a whole other story. So we get it all laid down, then we get it grouted. And it's a special grout made just for this kind of tile. And I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking, man, that looks pretty good. And I'm walking it barefoot, and I'm like, why is this shit like scraping and cutting the bottom of my feet? I looked at the box from one of these packages, and it turns out you weren't supposed to grout that shit. It wasn't groutable tile. You're supposed to butt them up against each other. So the whole kitchen and dining room is done with this tile that has like sharp edges, and if you like scoot a chair over it, it's going to rip it up.
Now you know why they leave it to the professionals. But I have a problem with people that come into your house and want to charge you like, well, we had an estimate to do some laminate flooring in our house, not the vinyl kind like you were talking about, but you know, the stuff that you stick together like we did in our laundry room. And the guy was like, $6,000.
Oh my
wow.
God.
And I was like, I watch DIY. $6,000, you're out of your freaking mind. I could easily do this probably overnight like they do on TV.
Exactly.
And then like 15 trips to the store later, then letting the stuff sit in the closet for like a year. I was like, wow. Carpet's not that bad.
Have you done carpet?
No, I'm just saying that we still have the original floors because I never got around to doing the rest of the stuff.
Okay, I get it. We actually just redid the carpet too, but we got a guy to do it because this was after the kitchen dining room fiasco, and I was like, fuck this shit. I'm not getting on my knees to do anything for this house ever again. So we found a guy on Craigslist who came and did it. Really good deal. It was like $1,600, I guess, when it was all said and done. Carpet looks a little weird. I think it's got parts of dog in it and maybe cow. It's kind of mottled, but
like
at least I didn't have
hide.
to do it. Yeah, there's like holes that look like they have eyelids.
Well, you have a son yourself. How old is Levi now?
He is 4.
My daughter is 5, actually, so I can relate. We had our carpet in our living room replaced, actually, and I know that you could understand that what carpet looks like after probably 2 or 3 years of a toddler crawling on it, eating on it, throwing up on it, drawing on it, putting Play-Doh on it. So
yes.
I can understand where you're coming from with new carpet.
Yeah, we've had our carpet now 3 months, and there's portions of it that already look like it's been crawled and shat upon and had food left on it for years.
Yes, we have a corner of our carpet that looks exactly like that.
That's my fault, though. I get so drunk, I just shit.
Happens. Shit happens.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
That's what I say when my wife wakes me up at 3 in the morning. She's like, "You're sleeping in shit on the carpet." And I'm like, "Hey, it happens."
And you said shit happened.
Shit happens. I'm gonna sew that into my underwear.
I got one more question for you about home improvement stuff or going to Lowe's.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I found myself at Lowe's not that long ago buying a plastic piece for my sprinkler system. And instead of asking anyone, I just kind of stood there in front of like the bins of plastic pieces. Because I was too embarrassed to act like I didn't know what was going on. So I'm like,
okay.
Picking up pieces and going, yeah, well, maybe that's the piece. Then I noticed like 6 other guys doing the exact same thing. We're all just kind of standing there. We're all just standing there not knowing what in the hell we're doing. You know, that's why I think Lowe's needs like a drive-through. So when you get home, you just turn around, you come back, and you say, you know, this wasn't the right piece. So instead of coming in and looking like an idiot again, I'm going to drive to that other Lowe's that's like 40 miles away to get another wrong piece.
This should be a totally anonymous experience. They just have a black window. They don't even open it. Just a gloved hand comes out and takes it.
It's like a hardware store glory hole.
It's a hole of shame.
Isn't that what a glory hole is?
Depends on what side of the hole you're on, I guess.
Oh, right, funny.
But anyway, what do you think about Obama?
I don't think about Obama.
Yeah, I don't either.
I hate politics. I hate politicians.
Yeah, me too.
I don't see any sense in it. I mean, I understand. No, I don't. No, I don't understand, Cliff. I must admit. I really don't. I don't know. I don't understand why anybody would want to become a politician. Honestly, I think you have to be kind of a megalomaniac, probably.
Yes.
You really have to hate other people.
True.
But no, I mean, I thought we weren't going to talk about politics, Cliff.
I was totally joking. I didn't expect you to even respond.
I know you were joking, but I was going to get real deep on it, but I'm just not going to now.
Speaking of deep, I did hear a news story on the way home on talk radio, oddly enough, that I thought was pretty interesting. That all right, get a load of this. So this just happened in San Antonio. It was a big court case. This dude hired an escort to come over and do what escorts do. And he ended up shooting her, the laundry, yeah. And he ended up shooting her in the neck, and she died like 7 months later. She hung on and then died 7 months later. So turns out what happened is he paid her $150, and she hung out for a while. And then she said, all right, I got to take a hike. And he said, well, wait, aren't we going to do it? And she said, no, we're not going to do it. So he shot her. And the jury let the guy go because they said, well, she was stealing the money. He had to do what he had to do to get the money back.
It was kind of a verbal contract sort of thing?
Yeah. It's a verbal contract.
Or would you call that an oral contract, Cliff?
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say she shouldn't have been able to make a verbal contract with her mouth full.
Oh. Well, apparently her mouth was not full. That was the problem.
Yeah, that's why she deserved to get shot in the neck. Legally.
So was she working those last 7 months or not?
I think she was confined to a hospital bed. So she might have been working but not aware of it. If you take my meaning.
I'm sure there's a fetish for that somewhere.
I can verify that.
I thought I recognized you. So any more projects coming down the pipe here?
You mean like home improvement or just anything?
Well, I know that you got your trip to Nicaragua. I actually did look up that Blue Island place, and I did see that picture of that guy with the stack of money.
Okay,
and
cool.
apparently he did not know that he could buy a prosthetic leg with $50,000 in cash.
He was going to make it like paper mache out of $100 bills.
That explains it. And cocaine?
Yeah, he's going to make a paste out of the cocaine. Craft them. That's what I'd do.
Me too. Why not? You got $70,000 in cash and a kilo of cocaine every day.
You might as well make yourself a leg with $20,000 of it.
I got to say that I admire those people because I did read that the one lady said that 1 month they ordered 28,000 cases of beer to the island.
Yeah, I did see that. Wow.
A lot doesn't impress me, but I'll tell you what, that does.
That impresses me too.
I wonder if they recycled the cans.
If they did, they just filled them up and drank them again.
They probably just filled them up with cocaine and threw them into the ocean.
Yeah, they cut the bottoms off and just made big snort straws out of them.
Now, did you want to play the whole song for our wonderful listeners out there so they can hear the old song that we did, Internet Love Song, get a taste of what
Absolutely.
We do with our musical genius abilities?
Yes.
I think we put it out there for the people. Hey, everybody, this is a song. Listen to the lyrics because Rufus is a lyrical genius, I might add. And this is something we wrote in, Cliff, what was it, Rufus, 96. Probably way ahead of its time, but still relevant today. Probably more relevant than ever.
Yes.
Little ditty we call Internet Love Song.
And here we go.
Surfing the net on a mission of love. I'm checking out the chat rooms for a virtual dove. Typing so fast, my fingers on fire. Sending out the goods through a fiber optic wire.
Oh yeah. Well, I spy a little honey with a red hot font. I could tell by how she types exactly what she wants. I go to make her mine with a smooth point and click. Pretty soon she'll be on my digital.
Virtual dove, typing so fast, my fingers on fire. Sending out the goods through a fiber optic wire.
Oh yeah. So I'm sitting at my keyboard with my custom-made golden Spock ears on, transmitting the groove. I send her a picture of me composed out of commas and semicolons, and she likes what she sees. Of course she does.
Surfing the net on a mission of love. I'm checking out the chat rooms for a virtual dove. Typing so fast, my fingers on fire. Sending out the goods through a fiber optic wire.
I take her to my private chat room, my hypertext pad. We began discussing Star Trek trivia. I find out she knows her shit. She knows the Kirk from the Picard. So we get on down to the nasty.
Surfing the net on a mission of love. Checking out the chat rooms for a virtual dove. Typing so fast, my fingers on fire. Sending out the goods through a fiber optic wire.
Are smoking as I open up her file. Oh, my fingers are smoking, and I upload my goods.
Goodbye.
My phone's ringing right now, and it says Capitol Records. Look at that.
All
already.
right. God, I can't believe they misplaced our number for the last 15 years.
I think they're probably calling to say they need to drop us because we're too good for them.
Now, that's what they said the first time. This time we're going to give them a little more play.
We'll give them another chance.
So we need to tell our listeners out there that we're setting up our website, hyperslothradio.com. Please come and check us out. We're going to put some more of our music on there. Beer is Food, a great song. Another lyrical genius by Cliff Rufus Haley. And among some other gems that we have in the pipe that we're working on.
Absolutely. And we plan to have an entire CD and a box set out by next week.
It would be
Right.
titled The Roehampton Sessions. That's correct.
That's right. That's right.
So check us out on YouTube or on iTunes.
Well, no, I'm videotaping this, like myself.
Oh, that's right.
As an
How's that
experiment.
going? How's that working?
I don't know yet. I'm going to download the audio from this and see if I can sync it up. If it looks good, then I'm going to make a Hyperslot
I don't see
YouTube
why that
channel and
wouldn't
put it up
work.
there.
There you
I don't
go. I think that would work.
But if it does, then you should do the same. And
Yeah, I was
splice
going to
them
say, it
together.
kind of sucks that I'm on here on Skype and I can't see you. That's kind of lame.
Yeah, that is kind of lame. Well, wait,
Why
Skype
don't they
has,
make it?
they got a video thing, but can you record it while it's happening?
Oh, I just meant because, I mean, I'm literally supposed to be Skyping. I mean, I'm using Skype to talk to you now, but I don't know why you just couldn't go through your computer and have your picture up there. So maybe if someone did call in, they could actually see you as well. Does that make sense?
Yes, that does make sense.
I
And
just
don't
gave
want-
Blog Talk Radio their next big thing. You're welcome.
Damn. They're going to do that with giving you no money or credit.
Story of my life.
But I guess it's documented. They're probably going to make a heat and eat next.
Go to heatmeat.com. Give them the directions, basically.
Oh, nice.
Let's just leave the laundry lock for, we'll make it part of Hypersloth Industries.
It should come. You should get a free, like, 25% off gift certificate when you buy the Hypersauce CD for the laundry lock, because it's going to be a big hit with college kids.
I would think it would be. Well, actually, it's more of an industrial lock, I do believe.
Oh, really?
We would have to sell that to probably, I would say, Whirlpool.
Okay, Whirlpool's got more money than college kids. I'm
Right,
glad
I
you're
would
saying
think
we,
so.
since
It's
it's
like-
your idea. So I'm
You're in.
proud to be
You're
part
in.
of the-
You know what? You're in just because you reminded me of the laundry lock. I had actually forgotten about what a great idea the laundry lock was.
Really? I saw something the other day, and I was like, I could use some laundry lock for that. It wasn't laundry, but I was like, this is my shit, and I want to keep it away from everybody. You know, boom, boom, clack, clack. Laundry lock would work.
Really would be probably good for college girls who probably are the victim of many a panty raid
Mm-hmm.
while they leave their stuff unattended at the laundry station. You know where I got that idea was actually at St. Edward's University.
Really? Oh,
Well, because we had to do our laundry in the dorms.
Doing your
There.
laundry?
Well, I mean,
I'm sorry.
the odd part was somebody kept stealing my underwear. It was the weirdest thing.
Just your underwear?
No, I'm just kidding, Rufus. Just kidding.
Okay. I was going to say, because that exact same thing happened to me at St. Ed's when I was there. Somebody was stealing my underwear.
I'm pretty sure it was the RA. His name was Mike.
Well, they probably got complaints about my underwear.
But, I mean, a lot of people were getting their stuff stolen, so I came up with the ingenious idea of the laundry lock while I was, let's say, I had smoked some kind of herbal remedy, as it were. It's legal in a couple states now, but was definitely not legal then.
Green tea.
Green, yes. How did you know? Actually, it was catnip.
Catnip. Yeah, that's been made legal for human consumption in several states. Finally.
Yes. Yes. I know that Friskies kept it down as long as they could, but now it's legal for humans.
They monopolized the market for so long.
You know, you were talking about
tuna recipe.
You were talking about dog puke on one of the previous shows, if I recall correctly.
Yeah. I didn't.
And I wanted to tell you. You remember my dog Pisky, obviously Jerry, but he knew himself as Pisky. He didn't really know his name, Jerry.
I remember Pitsky, Al, Nesta, little dog. I think
Right?
that was it
That
in
was
my
the whole
tenure.
crew. You know, Pisky and LD just died 2 years ago.
Really?
And Pisky actually lived to be almost 17. He died in 2008.
Wow.
But when I was moving back from Texas to Indiana, Pitsky was riding shotgun in the U-Haul, and he's just sitting there and kind of looking at me, and all of a sudden he starts, doing like a dog does before it pukes, basically convulsing like a crazy man, and he pukes up an entire sock, an entire whole sock. Like if you would have ripped it out, you could have worn it.
Did you?
No, actually, it stunk so bad I had to throw it out the window somewhere in Oklahoma.
I think I read about that on Drudge Report.
Yes, I'm sure you probably did.
I swear to God, maybe I'm crazy, but I think I remember one day at Roehampton that you said that Pitsky shat out a sock and you had to actually pull it out of Pitsky's ass.
That is correct. And it all kind of goes back to, it was my fault because when he was a puppy, I used to tie socks into knots, right?
Yes.
And like wrestle with him, and he would like spend all day trying to get it out of the knot. So, needless to say, while Pitsky was alive, I went through a lot of socks. He also barfed up a whole ball of tinfoil once.
Oh, really? Was it in the shape of a sock?
Yes, actually, it had been knitted into a sock inside his small intestine.
Nice.
And I hung it over the mantle for Santa.
Oh, it was a tinfoil Christmas regurgitated sock.
Yes.
You started a whole new tradition.
I did. But, yeah, he was a one-of-a-kind dog, that's for sure. Funny, I was listening to those tapes the other night of us back there at Roehampton, and in a couple of them I could hear him and LD barking in the background.
Oh, man, that's a heartbreaker.
It was a heartbreaker, but it was, it was actually kind of funny, too, really. I mean, those dogs, what they put up with when we lived over there, as loud as we would get and stuff, I can't believe they could still hear, honestly. And a lot of it they slept through.
And the cats were incredibly tolerant, and cats are not known for that. But, I mean, we were pretty rambunctious, and the cats were totally chill.
They were good cats. Those were both good cats. So you got dogs now, or do you still have a dog? Or I know you had a dog that wore a diaper at one point.
Yeah, and that dog is very Pitsky-like. It's kind of a biggish black dog, a lab, mostly labs, mutt, rescue dog. It was actually like almost like a cartoon show. It was thrown with a sack of puppies over a bridge into a river, and it just happened to wash up on the banks of a house of people who bred dogs, and they took them in and made them all healthy and gave them all the shots. And so we got her. Her name was Toshna.
That would be an excellent cartoon.
Oh, wouldn't it? Like a Disney cartoon.
Yeah, I mean that's a feel-good cartoon right there.
But she's like almost 10 now. We just got another dog just a few months ago, and we adopted a dog from the PetSmart or Pet whatever in San Antonio. And this is a little dog. It's like half Chihuahua, half what they call Tibetan Spaniel. So it's like, looks like a Chihuahua, but isn't an obnoxious piece of shit. It's really affectionate and cool and kind of quiet and doesn't want to bite your face off. And he's a puppy.
So you don't wear matching sweaters with your little dog?
Not yet. Instead of getting like the dog a sweater and me a sweater, I'm just having all my clothes made to look like the dog.
Awesome. I was going to say, if Fitz was still alive, I'd have him throw up a sweater for you. Matching sweaters.
That'd be awesome. If I could have a sweater that looks like my dog and some tinfoil socks that smell like puke, I'd be rocking it on 6th Street, man. The chicks wouldn't know better than.
You'd probably set some kind of new hipster trend.
I'm sure. I'd see it on the local news.
Of course, they just call you being ironic.
Yeah, that's right. I don't really mean it. I don't care what people think, as long as people think about me.
There you go. Best way to do it. Neither does that girl that was on that show. What's her name? Amanda Bynes.
Oh, yeah.
She
I know nothing about her.
keeping her name in the paper.
Is she hot?
That's one thing I never have done is throw a bong out a 35th floor window.
Oh, wow. Not a good bong.
Now, I've done a lot of things with bongs, but never throwing out the 35th floor window.
Absolutely
wow,
not.
That did not sound right. I have not. The only thing I've ever done with a bong is smoke marijuana out. I've never done anything else with a bong. That just sounded gay.
You didn't mention any biology, like orifices or anything.
Yeah, but people are sick, and that's exactly what they were thinking.
That's true. I hope none of them are listening to this show.
Well, that's our loyal listeners for you. They're good people. Good, grounded, down-to-earth people with good senses of humor.
Yes. Who are homophobes and don't like the thought of bongs in their anuses.
Or cops.
Or cops with cum-encrusted mustaches.
Or Rush Limbaugh.
Or Rush Limbaugh. That's right.
I'm sure he had a mustache at one point.
It strikes me as quite the mustache kind of person.
What a jack off. Sorry about that, Rush.
Okay, well, should we wrap it up? My wife and kid just came home.
Let's wrap it up. Yeah, my daughter's upstairs. I can hear her right now. So,
yeah.
Good talking to you, Rufus. I look forward to our future together in the business we call Hypersloth.
Okay.
It does? Oh, okay. I mean, it could be gay.
Only to me. Maybe that's wishful thinking, but
maybe it is.
Okay, so we'll talk Tuesday, huh?
Yep, let's do this Tuesday. Until then, just Zigzag signing out.
All right, and it's Rufus signing out, and we're going to sign out with Internet Love Song.
Surfing the net on a mission love. Checking out the chat rooms for a virtual dove. Typing so fast, my fingers on fire. Sending out the goods through a fiber optic wire.
Oh yeah. Well, I spy a little honey with a red hot font. I could tell by how she types exactly what she wants. I go to make her mine with a smooth point and click. Pretty soon she'll be on my digital